Oh, okay. So what did he do at the jail? Yeah, you want to hear about it? Oh, oh, okay. He's acting very calm though. I just talked to the jailer, and he he is lucid. He said to, who did he say this to? I don't know. He said, what did he say? I forgot. I don't remember. But the pastor's wife, Elmira, talked to him, and he said the truth will be revealed to her, and that means he's batshit crazy, and I mean that, ma'am. Oh, I thought you said something. He thinks you, Anahid, me, anybody, Justine. He's obsessed with Justine, literally, like yes, ma'am. And I have his dogs and his sheep. And so I'm in the house right now. Hang on. Yeah, okay. No. Are you there? Oh, damn. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Jesus, I wish she answers. Are you there? I hung up on you on accident. Um, but I have the dogs. Like his, when I left and got on the bus, I left Frankie here, and so he took over taking care of Frankie, and he got Shirley, who is aggressive, out of the shelter. And when he was not giving me my phone, he took my phone while I was on the phone with the cops. They called me and said to me, what I was telling them what they wanted to know, like questions they had. And he came in my room when I was on the phone, and um, I don't know if you know this, but he was trying to grab my phone from me because he didn't want me communicating with anybody. And I gripped it with both my hands and fought it to get it back. And he dragged me across the floor in that room that I sleep in because I won't. He got mad because I wouldn't have sex with him. Because seriously, I want to wait until marriage. Like if I get married again, I want to be. I know Jesus, and I know that sounds stupid to some people. Well, see, I fooled around with him, and he was like before, and he wanted me to sit on him or something like that. And I told him, I said, I'm done. I'm not going to do that. And he got mad, and that started this whole scenario of, you're just like Justine, you do this, you do that, you're on Neta's side, you're on Anita's side, and so if he can't get out, I feel safer because he's not going to court until tomorrow. But I thought you said that he attacked a cop. Hmm. See, that's going to make it harder for him to get out, I hope. And if he doesn't bail out with $5,000 after he goes to court, what happens? I guess. He is dead set that you and his cousin Albert have turned the family against him. This is stuff he's told me. You turn the family against him. Um, you are. Anita is not signing the listing agreement, and he thinks if he sues you, um, for what is that called? Um, what are you? No, I know. Um, but he said that you are doing, what is that called? What are you, power of attorney abuse? That's what he's, yeah, I know. Yeah. Well, see, he is obsessed with Justine. Like, he looks at her Facebook page. He saw a politician that was her friend, and I don't know why that is, but the politician is her friend on Facebook, and he said, that's just proof that there's corrupt, blah, blah, blah. And, but, please, I don't have anywhere to go right now. I'm trying to get situated, and I won't be able, for 2 weeks, if he doesn't get out, if you don't bond him out, I don't think that he's going to get out, because for $5,000 he could get out, and that's like 10. I talked to the jailer, and they said that he can bond out at any time. But as far as I know, if he cannot bind, whatever that is, bond out, he'll still be there, because he'll have to serve his time because he attacked me. But see, I was on the phone. The cops called me, and I was on the phone with them when he grabbed my phone, and I was screaming bloody murder. And then on the couch, came in here after the cops left, and I was in here on the couch, and he kept, shut up, blah, 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 get out. And I was like, oh my God. So I got my backpack and off the couch and went to my room where I sleep, because I don't sleep with him, because I don't want to be abused. And because he's an abuser. And so I was in my room, ma'am. Yeah, I can. I can't go to my brother's house, but there's shelters that take dogs, and that um, there's one that helps you get the animal as an emotional support animal. But my brother and the pastor's wife is going to look into me going to a shelter in order that I might get out of this house. But Netta said that that I might live with her, but her problem with that, even if it's for 2 months or whatever he's in jail for, if it wasn't serious, um, if it was just a misdemeanor, I don't know what happens, but I looked online and it said he could be in jail for up to a year, and if he attacks a cop, it's 2 to 6 years. And I thought you said that he flipped a cop, and I maybe got that wrong, but I'm not sure where I'm gonna go. If I'm gonna stay here or go to Texas, because I haven't lived in Texas in 30 years. So I was, but I came back, but I hadn't been there in like 25, 30 years. I don't know. It was a long time. But I keep the door locked. I go out the back because that's what he asked me to do with the pastor's wife. So I've been going out the back door, which doesn't lock. One of them locks, one of them doesn't. But every time I've cleaned the house, when before and recently I cleaned the house Tuesday, and I worked all day long to get the house part clean. There's a bunch of dirty clothes, and the washing machine leaks. I mean, like, it gets all over the floor is just, when I wash clothes, it just is a mess. So I don't know if you can fix that, because he didn't, and me organized here. I'm not going in his room because he took stuff. If you look at it, his room was clean because he hired a cleaning lady, okay? So the house was clean. He destroyed it. I cleaned it again on Tuesday of last week. He destroyed it. That room that he stays in, that he sleeps in, is literally, it's disgusting. There are boxes everywhere, there are bags everywhere, and it's not a big room. And I just, I gotta figure out how to do it, because when I took a picture to send you, um, it, it deleted it or something. So I'm not sure if I'm supposed to go on Google Photos or, something else with the camera. But I took a, where do you work? Wow. So you know math really well, right? Praise God. That's awesome. So, um, I give you about 2 weeks. I have all the dogs here. I've been letting them out in the front yard because he's got a sheep in the back. He doesn't take care of the sheep. He expects me to do it. So to me, I feel like we should get rid of the sheep, because, and I mean this sincerely, he's not going to take care of it. He has not one time raked up the poop or fed it. I've been feeding it, I've been watering it, and the water hose spout is broken. So, me trying to turn it on and off is damn near impossible. This house is broken, man. He wrecked it. Yeah, well, he wrecked his house literally, like, it's rats. Like, there were rats in here when I was here before. I don't see any now, but there were rats that would come. Like, one time I was sleeping on the couch, and there was a rat about a couple of inches from my head, and he laughed about it when it was on his camera. He recorded me. He traumatized me, Anita. He recorded everything I did with him, and he watched me. And when I left that day to go to Texas or South Carolina, he answered me on the with the cops there. He was like, "Toddy, don't go, don't go." But there are cameras everywhere, and the TV doesn't work. He can't get the service to work because he owes money to T-Mobile. He got credit cards and ran them up crazy and spent all kinds of money. I mean, yeah, I know. Yeah, I remember that. He called your dad and be like, "Can I have some money?" Yes, ma'am. I don't know if you can get the washer fixed so I can wash my clothes, but he said that he asked Martin to do it, and it's not repaired. Martin is a next door neighbor, but I don't know which neighbor it is to ask, and there's a fence covering the front yard, so I would appreciate it. I could wash all the clothes that are, there's piles of clothes. And what he did was is I would wash clothes and he would pull them out of the dryer and dump them in the floor. So I have to redo the clothes that I washed, and the piles of clothes, I've got them separated by color, but I can't wash them because and I need a washer to wash my stuff in because I don't know what happened to my clothes that were in the suitcase, but they're not there. Well, if he can't get out, if you're not gonna bail him out, he's gonna have to stay in jail, right? Okay. Praise God, because I don't want him here. So it says up to a year for domestic violence, and he's only been in there a couple of days. So he's crazy. I mean, literally, he is batshit crazy. And he's a narcissist. He's always the victim. Everybody's always out to get him. It's all everybody else's fault. He blames me for stuff I never said, never did. And I kept telling him, I'm like, dude, get over it. Build a bridge. Because everybody is, I'm not out to get him. Like, I could care less about, he keeps telling me that I'm framing him because of my brother. That I came here, his logic, he's paranoid. I'm, I'm gonna try to get, I'm gonna try to get Peter to take the dogs, but if he can't take the dogs, I gotta do something. And I can't take Frankie to Netta's house because he's not house trained. My dog is. But I don't know if you could advise me what to do about the sheep and his dogs, and the if you got some stuff repaired here, I could try to clean it up or have someone come in. I have no I have no idea. I don't know. Because the sheep is traumatized. There's crap. I mean, there's an RV in the. Have you seen the house? There's an R. If you come here, go in the back and see there's trash everywhere. There's a spare tire by the RV that he pulled in here. He took the fence down that was blocking people's view and has a chain link fence up by the garage. The garage is filled with crap. The yard is filled with crap. The front yard is overgrown. There's crap in the front yard. I mean, it is bad. And all this stuff needs to get gone if it's that bad. It looks like a hump. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I'm not sure what to do with Shirley. She was biting me when I grabbed Zeke's legs. I grabbed Zeke's legs and sat on, you remember how you used to sit on your dad and he would walk with you hanging on to his legs? Yeah, I was doing that to Zeke. I was on both his legs. I had my arms wrapped around him, and he slipped and fell because the floor was wet, and I just started punching him and smacking him. I pulled his pants down and started spanking him like, like I did my kids. Not really, because he's trying to throw me off of him, but I hit him on his butt. And then when the cops got here, he said, he was like, don't hit me, don't hit me. And I wasn't touching him. I was on the couch, and he was like, you hit me, ow, ow. And I mean, it's like, mother, I didn't do it. Cops to arrest me. He wants the cops to arrest me. He's like, you're going to get arrested. But the whole reason the cops showed up and saved me was because he grabbed my phone and I flipped out. But the door locks need to be repaired, and so the door can be locked. I don't have a key to the house. I can't get in the front door. Like I don't have a car, but if somebody comes to get me, to take me to the doctor, I can't lock the front door, so I have to go out the garage. And it is really hard. The garage doesn't lock, and he's got a padlock on the other one, but the one on Heath's car is in has no lock, so you can just raise the garage with your hands. I mean, there's just stuff like that that's just ludicrous that he never took care of. And he said, Anita and Albert are trying to starve me financially, and it's all because you won't cater to him. He takes everything out on people. Everyone is out. I mean, it's ludicrous. Everyone is out to get him. Yeah, I'm sorry to dump all this on you, but I was really serious. All that stuff I texted you is truth. And he has no respect for women. He hates Anahid. He's constantly filming people. He had the camera on me yesterday, and I was like, give me my phone. And he threw it behind the couch. Yeah, he's abusive. He doesn't need to have a house because he doesn't respect it. To me, when God gives you something, like I know this now after going to rehab, but in South Carolina, I went to rehab for like 2 years and didn't have any contact with Zeke. And then he kept trying to find me through my cousin or family members on her Facebook page. He called the North Carolina Sheriff's Office and reported my dad got murdered. And he reported that my brother killed my dad. My dad didn't even live in South Carolina. My dad was in Texas, and I hadn't seen him in about 10 years. Or longer. My brother hadn't seen him in 15, but he called the cops and told them that my brother killed my dad. And was it yesterday? He looked at me and he was like, who killed your dad? I said, no, I'm not telling you. He's like, and you're not going to mess up. Dark family secrets, dark psychology. And I just thought, oh my gosh, you've lost your mind. But he finds out stuff. Like, he'll get you to tell your darkest secret, and then he'll post it online. because he has no respect. No respect for people. But anyway, I will let you go. Please call me tonight. I'm going to be here tonight if he doesn't get out, but I can't leave the dogs. And Peter, Zeke spent my food stamps, so I don't really have groceries. I had to go to the church pantry and get some stuff, and Peter's bringing me dog food because Zeke never buys it. And so he doesn't take care of his animals. They haven't had their shots. They have severely long nails, like bad. Like they're Frankie was overweight, Shirley's aggressive, and Max is just, I don't know. My dog is okay. I really don't want to take Frankie, but I will. Okay, I'm gonna keep Max. Well, Frankie was my dog when my dog got killed. Zeke was busy talking to the cops, and Anahid was on a chair outside, and she's like, "Your dog's leaving," and I couldn't get him because I need a hip replacement. But anyway, I think the sheep needs to go there too. And I know, I don't know. I'm gonna wait for 2 weeks and see, and then arrange everything, or you can. But I don't know that I have a ride to the shelter to drop them off. Yeah. Mm, I'll call them later. Well, I'm gonna wait and make sure Zeke's not getting out. I don't think he is, because what he did, even though he cut my hand with his fingernail, he dug so deep. But I was fighting to keep my phone, and I had gone in my room like the cops told me to. He's like, avoid him. And so I was on the couch looking at my phone, and he was being, I mean, he is so mean. And, he's like, your daughter doesn't want you, your son doesn't want you, Philip doesn't want you, your brother doesn't, he was doing that. And just being mean because he can. Because none of that is true. Yeah, he found out about Netta's situation, and he'll go online and look up things about people, like what she has against her. And Netta's a good person. She just has issues. And so, like sadness and overwhelm, and yeah, and he'll be like, Netta got a restraining order against her, so she can't see her kids, and he is malicious. Yeah, and that's why I don't want him to get out. He's not going to court until tomorrow. So if he doesn't post bond, he's going to be there today, right? Yeah, so he thinks I framed him. He thinks, like, he does not, he thought I was talking to my brother. No, ma'am, he's a narcissist. He gaslights and he blames everyone else for doing that. He'll be like, she gaslighted me, and da da da. And he's like, we suffered narcissistic abuse, but, it was so bad. The last time I don't even know why I came back. Because he was like, I love you, and all sweet and kind, and, you don't have to have a relationship. Don't let the fact that you don't have a relationship with me stop you from coming and living in a safe house. And so I heard that, and then something happened. My brother and I weren't getting along because we don't when we live together. And my brother was at the hospital with Molly, his wife, and my nephew had left my dog in the cage. My dog was hungry. The bedding was wet with urine, and he was thirsty, like he hadn't been out in years, and traumatized because I had gone to the hospital. And so Max freaked out when I got home. And then I was so pissed off at my nephew for treating my dog like that because he didn't like me. I just told Zeke, I called him and told him I need to come. I can't live here anymore. And because my nephew doesn't like me. And we had like arguments. And so he was going to my brother and complaining about me. And my brother was getting fed up and complaining to me about things that Garrett said. So, it was a bad situation. And yes, ma'am, I appreciate you, and I'll call Netta and see if she'll let me. She said that I could stay there, and if Zeke's not going to get out for 6 months or whatever, I can finagle that stuff. But anyway, call me later, and we'll. Yeah, I just want. It's bad. Okay, bye. Uh, uh,